What's going on, guys? It's NFL Zach back with another video. And this video is my mock draft 3.0. Okay, usually I do at least three mocks a year, or every single draft. And yeah, so this is my third one. I probably will do my last one a few days before the draft, which is I think it's in 12 days. Yes, 12 days. So yeah, 12 days from now, the draft is gonna be going on, and it's gonna be a good day, hopefully. All right, so let's just get started now. So the first, this is pretty obvious, no explaining here, is the first pick. The Jacksonville Jaguars are gonna take Trevor Lawrence. Not much to explain. Best prospect in this draft, and it's what they want, or it's what they need. Number 2 is pretty obvious too, Zach Wilson, and not much to say there either. So at number 3 is where the draft gets started. The San Francisco 49ers have a few options. Really, it's down to the 3 QBs: Justin Fields, Trey Lance, and Mac Jones. For a while, they're saying Mac Jones, and it looked like Mac Jones. And I'm still pretty high on they're gonna take him, but I just have a feeling that they're gonna take Justin Fields, so I'm gonna go Justin Fields, and I think that's gonna fit the system well. He's a dual threat. He got some weapons too, and he got a pretty good O-line also. So I just think Justin Fields is the third best quarterback in this draft, and that's who they should go. Okay, number 4, got the Atlanta Falcons, and this one's going back and forth too. Last draft I went Kyle Pitts, and the one before that I went Trey Lance. It just comes down to if they want to win now, or do they want to use a player right now at this high pick, or do they want to save him for the future, like a quarterback, obviously Trey Lance or Mac Jones? And I say, but I'm gonna go Kyle Pitts. It's just I think it's too good to pass. All around the best athlete in this draft, and the biggest weapon in this draft too. So number 5, we got the Cincinnati Bengals. This is a few options too. It really goes down. I think if Kyle Pitts doesn't get picked right there, they're gonna go Kyle Pitts. And yeah, all they really need is they need a weapon, and he's open. It's Ja'Marr Chase and the the chemistry with Joe Burrow, and that's why Ja'Marr had such a good year that year, and Joe Burrow. So I think it's just like a kind of a no-brainer at this point. I was thinking Penei Sewell, which O-line needs a lot of help too. So I just think Ja'Marr Chase, they need a weapon, and he's on the board. All right. With the number 6 pick, sorry, I'm coughing. All right, with the number 6 pick, Miami Dolphins. I'm gonna select. I think if they do go Ja'Marr, Baltimore goes or not Baltimore. What am I saying? The Bengals go Ja'Marr. I don't think they. I think they have to go someone like the O-line. So they could go to a guy like Devontae or Jalen Waddle, which I thought of a lot too. But I just think, are you gonna get the guy that you second chose, or a second on your list, because we know Ja'Marr is probably the best is the best wide receiver in this draft. So I'm gonna go Penei Sewell. Okay. Best most upside tackle in the draft, in my opinion. Not the best, but obviously the second. So yeah, that's Penei Sewell right there, and I think that's gonna help their O-line substantially. a very substantially, sorry, a very high rate. So at number 7 we got the Detroit Lions. This has a few options too, but I'm gonna go more of the probably basic route, you could say. I don't know. Whatever. I don't know what people really are going. I've watched a few, but I'm gonna go Devontae Smith. Either him or Jalen Waddle. I think it's probably a toss up. I'll say either one. They need a wide receiver, and because they really don't have a wide receiver, and they could go Trey Lance, but I think they're gonna stick with Jared Goff. Okay, with number 8, Carolina Panthers. No brainer here. Rashawn Slater. Rashawn Slater, in my opinion, is the best tackle in this year's draft. Maybe a little short length, you could say, with his arms. But people saying that he should play guard or whatever. Even if the tackle doesn't work out, which I'm almost guaranteed it will, he's going to be a dominant guard. Anyway, so I think it's a pretty confident pick right there with Rashawn Slater. Number 9, we got the Denver Broncos, and I'm gonna go Trey Lance. By the way, there's no trades in this draft, I forgot to say. But Trey Lance, I think they need a QB, probably I think their biggest need if they want to win football games. Trey Lance is just a lot better prospect than Drew Lock. And I think Trey Lance is going to take them to the next level. So Trey Lance is the pick. With number 10, we got the Dallas Cowboys. I'm going to go the best guy on the board right here, Patrick Surtain. They need a cornerback. One of their big needs. He's the best. He's the best cornerback in the draft. Very good at picking off guys, more of like a ball hawk kind of guy. Sometimes, like especially man, not so great. I've said these in the past videos, but man, not as good, but still the best corner in this year's draft. Now we got the New York Giants at number 11. And I think they could go a few ways here. They could either go a tackle or a O-line, which is a huge need, or a wide receiver. I think same thing as a lot of these teams. Too hard to pass on Jalen Waddle, man. Jalen Waddle, he's just gonna stretch out the field so much. I think he's the fastest wide receiver in this draft. He's gonna stretch out that field, especially maybe he won't get that much of receptions, or maybe not that biggest impact, you could say, as himself, but he's gonna help the whole team around him, kind of like Henry Ruggs did. He stretched out that field very nice, especially for Darren Waller and Nelson Aguilar. They gotta pay back on that guy, because he got that deep threat ability. Okay, with number 12, we got the Eagles, and all the wide receivers are chosen the top 3 guys, so they can't do anything about that, right? So, there's a few options here. I think Micah Parsons is not a bad choice. J.C. Horn is not bad either. Elijah Vera Tucker. See all these guys. I'm gonna go Micah Parsons, just because they don't have a real linebacker on that team yet. Wide receiver would be really helpful, but they just don't have a actual linebacker that's gonna step up, and I think Micah Parsons is the guy. I think I could see Micah Parsons not get picked till maybe the late first, or not even late first, maybe mid to late first, just because character concerns and all that. So I don't think it's not that big of a deal, because every once in a while, the last 2 months, everybody says it once in a while. Oh yeah, I don't think they're not going to take him because character concerns. I don't know. He's just a pure athlete. Probably the most athletic player in this draft. Okay, with number 13, we got the Los Angeles Chargers, and it's gonna be a toss up. I mean, J.C. Horn's here and Christian Darrisaw, and their offensive line was so bad this last year. I'm gonna go Christian Darrisaw. Darrisaw looked like the best tackle in the ACC. Um, yeah, just really pure, man. Third best tackle or third best offensive lineman in this draft. Now we got the Minnesota Vikings. I think I could see them go like a guy like Kwity Paye, Jalen Phillips. Um, yeah, someone like that. Um, maybe a linebacker, but probably I don't think they'll take a linebacker. I'm gonna go J.C. Horn. I'm gonna go J.C. Horn. Actually, this is a hard one because I really like Jalen Phillips, but I'm gonna go Jalen Phillips. They need another edge, and I think that's one of their biggest needs. I'm gonna Jalen Phillips, best pass rusher in this league, pure pass rusher in this draft. So here we got the Patriots, and I think it works out all so good for them. Mac Jones could go as high as 3, could go even 25. We never know. So like that's what's so crazy about the draft. Every single year we think a guy's gonna go top 10 or top 5 even, and he goes 20th or something. So yeah, I think Mac Jones fits that system very well. Kind of a pocket passer, a Belichick type of player. Here we got the Cardinals. Fits perfect with them, or guy on the board, probably their number one guy, J.C. Horn. J.C. Horn now looks like the second best corner in the league. Just pure, just really pure, complete athlete. He can play. I could even see him play in the slot or even on the inside. I think he can play it all, and he's a pretty decent tackler too. Okay, with number 17, we got the Las Vegas Raiders, and everyone's saying Tevin Jenkins. I just don't know because it came out that said we might be taking a DB in the first round, so I could see a guy like Trayvon Moore, which I think maybe is a little reach, but I'd be completely fine with it. I'm gonna go JOK. It's the best coverage linebacker we've seen in a very long time, and I like his play because he can play that safety, maybe not a high safety, but he can play that safety out of the box type of guy, and he obviously can play in the box, covering. He can even cover wide receivers, tight end. Best coverage, especially with like a guy like Corey Littleton. No one's gonna get the ball, so that's that. With 18, we got the Miami Dolphins second pick in the first round, and I went Penei Sewell, right? Yeah. So I think here it's either a running back or a wide receiver. Could even be a guy like Kwity Paye edge. That D line is not so great anymore. They lost Shaq Lawson. Go guy like Rashad Bateman. I could see that. That wouldn't be bad. Kadarius Toney, a guy like that too. Or even a Christian Barmore. That'd be pretty good too. Kwity Paye's still on the board. I'm gonna go Kwity Paye. Michigan. They need edge really bad. That especially the whole D line's pretty bad. So yeah, I think that's the pick right there. Yeah. And we got the Washington football team, and I'm gonna go Tevin Jenkins. They need also O line, tackle mainly. They got Scherf on the interior, but they just need a tackle really bad, and I think Tevin Jenkins will play that well and plays the run very, very, very well. And it'll probably help Antonio Gibson too, up and coming guy. Number 20, we got the Chicago Bears. I think if Mac falls down, they're going to take Mac, no doubt. But you know who's still on the board? Elijah Vera Tucker. They need tackle, interior line, could play either. He played pretty good tackle last year. Doesn't work out, same. Go to the interior, and you know what he can do. He's the best guard, best interior O line, best guard in this year's draft. Here we go, number 21. We got the Colts. I do need tackle after what's his name? Costanzo left, or retired. So that's a choice. Greg Newsome's a guy they could go. Rashad Bateman. I'm gonna go Rashad Bateman. I think that's too good. That fits their scheme. They need a true number one. Rashad Bateman can do that. Got a guy like Michael Pittman. Ty as the third guy or second number two. Hasn't been playing well the last few years, but still, they get that number one guy, big body wide receiver. I think he's like 6'4". See if I can see it. Does it show? Oh, he's only 6'1". I thought he was a little taller. Well, he's that true number one, so I like it. I like it a lot. 22. We got the Tennessee Titans. Greg Newsome, also Dory Jackson. That's a big guy they could go. They need wide receiver too. Kadarius Toney. I don't know, man. What's more likely? I'm just thinking about what's more likely if this is the situation. Let me go wide receiver. Elijah Moore, Kadarius Toney, Tyrese Marshall, Rondell Moore. I'm gonna go Toney. I think Corey Davis actually had a pretty good this last year. Had a decent year this last year, but they lost him. Get that wide receiver back, guy they can depend on. He could be that number two role. AJ Brown. You can see what he can do, and that Toney's explosiveness, plays like a running back in my opinion. Could go on like sweeps in the back, and be thrown and miss a guy, and get like 10 yards. So really good on that. Here we got the New York Jets, and I think they could go. I mean, there's not much wide receiver. I mean, they could go a guy like Elijah Moore. I could see that, but I say the more likely thing they'll do, Greg Newsome, yeah. But I'm gonna go Najee Harris. They need a running back bad. They don't really got one. Najee Harris, super explosive in the backfield. Just a tank type of guy. Really just built like a tank too. Here we got the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I'm gonna go Greg Newsome from Northwestern. Really good, I think. Really good pick here. Super explosive, very not afraid to tackle too for a smaller guy. Let's see what it is. 6'1", 190. Yeah, super explosive type of guy. Yeah, I feel like he'll be very, very dangerous in the league. At number 25, we got the second pick for the Jacksonville Jaguars. And a few options here. I'm thinking a guy. Let me see. Wide receiver Elijah Moore. That's an option. Not really any tackles on the board. I could see a guy even like Alex Leatherwood. I could see that. Sammy Cosme, Eichenberg, Mayfield. This is a tough one. Really tough one. Wide receiver. Yeah, wide receiver. I said that already. You know what? Morg is here, man. Gotta go Morg. Best safety in this class, and that's one of their needs there. So I think that's gonna fit them very well. And they've got them at 25. I think that's pretty much a steal at this point. 26. we got the Cleveland Browns. They got Jadeveon Clowney, so I don't think edge as much anymore. Interior, interior D line. I exactly know I'm gonna go. Christian Barmore. Probably the best pass rushing D line in the league. He could even play on the outside, I think, but he's not like a super like nose tackle type of guy, so he's just more of a bull rush pass rush type of guy. So I think that's gonna help that D line. That D line is pretty much ready if they get a guy like Barmore for the league, and probably one of the top tier O line or top D lines in the this next year. All right, so with the number 27, we got the Baltimore Ravens. Edge is a big need for them. Oh, I think this is a no-brainer here. Jason Owe, one of the other super athletic guys. 4.3 speed at 200. Let's see what he is. 257 pounds, 6'5". A lot of length there. Yeah, I think he's going to be very dominant. Super athletic, just and super quick too. Number 28, we got the Saints, New Orleans Saints, and I could see them go a guy like Jamin Davis. I was thinking, but I think Jamin Davis is not going to go this early. Ooh, you know what? Caleb Farley's here. I gotta go Caleb Farley. Lost a guy like Janoris Jenkins. I'm still high on Farley, and I think he could go a little earlier than this. This is a steal if he stays healthy. Caleb Farley is the best man coverage corner in this year's draft. Basically a lockdown type of guy. The injury concerns, obviously, and also penalties. But, how locked down and how good. And the competition he went against was very, very high, too. So, I give Caleb Farley a big respect and just super high on him. I expect him to do a lot. Number 29, we got the Green Bay Packers. Do need a tackle. Got Bakhtiari on one side. Man, I could see them go a guy like Alex Leatherwood. Wide receiver is a huge need for them. I'm gonna go Elijah Moore from Ole Miss. Super explosive, runs like a running back, small type of guy, which is perfect because I think he's playing offside. Devontae Adams, so he's just gonna help him, really help Devontae too, with having a guy like him. Here we go. And number 30, we got the Buffalo Bills. Could see them go wide receiver too, like Rondale Moore, something like that. But I think they're pretty good there. Cornerback, not so much there. There's a few edge guys. You know what? I know who I'm gonna go. Ojulari, I could see. Gregory Rousseau. Even Basham. Carlos Basham. He's gonna be a steal. But I'm gonna go Ojulari. I think the most pro-ready type of guy at edge, and we see what he can do. Pure pass rush. How old is he? Pretty sure he's still pretty young. I remember seeing that he was a younger guy. Okay, so yep. At number 31, we got the Kansas City Chiefs. Need tackle bad. Really O-line in general. Got like Mayfield, maybe even Cosme could come up. I don't really see wide receiver as much as some people see. I don't really see the need there. I'm going to go O-tackle, and I'm going to go, I'll go Alex Leatherwood. Yeah, so Alex Leatherwood to get their tackle for the future, and hopefully they don't release him like they did with Mr. Schwartz. and Eric Fisher. So number 32, last pick in the first round, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're pretty set, really. When you say interior D-line, they really don't need it that much. Wide receiver, don't really see it there either. I think they got Scotty Miller still. Obviously Chris Godwin, Mike Evans. Running back, I don't know. I don't really see no needs. This is how good they are. This is how good the Bucs are. Like, they're pretty complete in every single position. I could see maybe a guy like someone in the secondary, but like I don't really know. They're so good, really, every place. And they got Leonard Fournette back and Ronald Jones, bro. This is actually a tough one because there's it's kind of unfair almost saying that they get the same amount of draft picks as everybody else. I'm just looking. Oh, Jamin Davis, pretty cool, but they already got Levante David. It's kind of tough because you just don't know. I think an edge piece would help. Guy on the edge could help them. You can play it inside. I'm gonna go Gregor Sue. So that's that right there. Yeah, they're just that good. So yeah, this is my draft right here. Tell me what you guys think. I'm not really that knowledgeable, but this is what I think it's gonna happen. Something like this, especially in the later rounds. You never know. Like in these later rounds, you really don't know. But yeah, that's it. So tell me what you guys think in the comments. Give this video a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.